Are you in a custody battle with a narcissist? Are you triggered? Do you overreact to things? You're feeling exhausted by the emotional toll this has on your mind, body, and spirit, and your parenting abilities? You are not alone. Hi, I'm Grace. I'm the author and strategy coach for moms, here to talk about don't overreact to a narcissist. Keep your cool, stay calm, get perspective. Maybe you have to get some distance. Hold on to and hang on to your sanity. Find the logic. Be reasonable and be the more mature and responsible co-parent, even if they are not. Hi, I'm Grace. I'm a mom's author, a women's author, writing for moms who are forced to co-parent with a narcissist or stuck in high conflict family court battles. I write so they don't have to feel so alone, can be validated in what they're experiencing, and improve their co-parenting conditions. I include all my tips, tools, and strategies for moms to hang on to in my books. These are mostly mindsets to adopt and perspectives to take that can really help the dilemma of the custody situation. I tell moms to learn all they can and to be prepared with survivor wisdom. This is my first book, Co-Parenting with a Narcissist, 7 Self-Rules to Stay Sane, available on Amazon. So save yourself from overreacting by setting up self-rules. And that's what this book is about. You can't set rules with a rule breaker type person. You can't set boundaries with a boundary crossing narcissist who doesn't respect other people's boundaries or even know that they're there. So I invite you to read mine and make your own. If you're feeling triggered, scared, afraid, confused, worried, this book will help you grab onto some tools. It's common for victims of narcissistic abuse, which is its own unique type of complex trauma, to emotionally overreact. Traumatized women, mothers, will feel the attack or the threat and react to it like their life and livelihood depends on their defense. And just so you know, this is not the same thing as when a narcissist belittles you, gaslights you, minimizes his harm, and tries to convince you that you are overreacting, quote unquote, as a psychological abusive put down. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you know you have been triggered and are feeling overwhelmed and wanting to react from an overwhelmed state. It's normal to react to abnormal. That's what I tell the moms. But that's just the problem we can get into, being always in defense mode. This can emotionally destabilize us, which often leads to burnout. So there are mindsets to adopt, positions to take that really help us not physically or aggressively react to things the narcissist does and doesn't do. Detachment and distancing are 2 principles I adopted and created, and these are self-rules that I had to post on sticky notes around my apartment. And in my books for moms, I talk about being dagger distance away from his cutting critical remarks, the dagger being his verbally abusive tongue. With distance, I created space for me to heal and filled it with programs like Al-Anon, CODA, and a DV support group. I had a therapist and a counselor. Removing the narcissist wasn't enough for me to fully heal. I had to actively work on restoring my mind and self-esteem with self-work. The key, self-work is some of the most important work we will ever do. And why do I say this? Because our healing directly and indirectly affects our children. And as we heal, it's for the better. With a support team, I was able to call sane, caring people, and they helped me to discharge my emotions and vent safely. There's a lot of injustice when dealing with a narcissist in the family court system, a lot of unfairness. And these select people that I found helped me see things from the healthiest perspective. Then my other focused support team would help me get organized, document, and work on litigation strategies. I didn't win things back that I lost without help. This includes my rights and my lost sense of self-esteem. I learned that I had to set up self-rules so that every time something set me off in anger, hopelessness, or fear, I would do my phone calls for clarity, label what's happened, digest it, process it with my therapist, and document it strategically. I dropped the drama into documentation that organized his chaos. I learned that setting up the rules with a boundary crossing narcissist just set me up for disappointment, rage, pain, problems. I learned to set the rules with myself instead. This made all the difference. Are you working with self rules? Do you have a support system? This is why I share my story of survival with other moms so that you can learn the lessons that I had to and hopefully spare yourself from some grief. Got expectations? These may need to be addressed. I learned that expectations of mine could be premeditated resentments, and I was certainly already resentful enough with the narcissist. I didn't need to add more fuel to the fire and explode emotionally or burn myself to the ground with my own anger. Another reason I overreacted, besides fearing for our child's life and safety, was his irresponsibility. Was that I didn't have the support people or the experts who understood at that time how to navigate the narcissist. At that time, back then, I got well-meaning advice from friends and family that often didn't work on this type of personality disordered individual. I had to seek out the experts, and I encourage moms to get an education on narcissists because knowledge is power. When I was able to label the tactic, it lost some of its power to control me. I then could respond versus react to it. What a difference this made in my life. Knowing the name of the manipulation was a great help. You can buy my Navigate the Narcissist video course and learn all that I have to teach. If you are ready to learn, I'm ready to teach. Here's my books in order, 1, 2, 3. Encourage you to read them on Amazon in that order. I talk about going from reactionary to responsive. It is a personal strategy that I had to have. And you can use my guides that I have on my website. It's also in that book. I encourage you to start with the first book about setting up those self-rules. It's available on Audible. And if you're ready to dive in for more, you can pick up my Navigate the Narcissist video course, 11 videos. Watch it at your own pace. Learn all you can. Just keep healing, keep growing, and keep learning the lessons that are along the way, and you can come out stronger than before. Remember to like, subscribe, and share this video.